Hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Blue, and the first half did not start the way you wanted to start, but we are now back in it. I think we had a lot of rust on our Dallas Cowboys being off for an extra week. If we can get a score here before the half, we will be very fortunate to be back in this game. We had about everything in the world that could go wrong. Here it is. We had plays that were being made, basically a 37-yard penalty on Bryce Butler being in the huddle. 15-yard penalty, which negated, a great game. And that's kind of what happened to us with the in the Giants. We make really great plays, and all of a sudden, boom, you get something that would bring it back, and we're drive killers. That truly was a drive killer. How many Green Bay Packer commercials are we going to see during this game? I mean, this is getting to be ridiculous. This has got to be at least the third different one that we've seen. But anyway, what happened to the Giants last week was they got into this whole thing where the Packers got the momentum, and it just kept on going. The Cowboys just kind of killed that. You saw the defense finally step up, get that stop down there, force the punt. Hopefully we can drive down and get a touchdown. Now, Green Bay will get the ball to start the second half, but we definitely need this score right here. And hopefully we can get this mojo going and get the second half and get a few more stops. They definitely look discombobulated, if I didn't mispronounce that, with the mistakes of trying to do too much shifting on the line and stuff. And Aaron Rodgers, I have to give him credit because he picked it out every time. For him to be able to call the play and to recognize that there's 12 men out on the field and get it off, get the penalties, you got to give hats off to him, props to him on that. Now, hopefully we'll do our adjustments. Now, the one thing I will say about our Dallas Cowboys, the key I said in this game was getting Dez Bryant hit early into it because it'll keep the safety from being in the box. Now, they've been doing that with Dez. Dez has been really involved, and I'm thinking that it's going to open up that middle because now it's kind of got the defense between a rock and a hard place. Do we cover Dez and worry about him, or do we worry about the run game? So it's pick your poison. So the good thing about our Cowboys are with that offensive line, they have a tendency to wear out the defenses in the second half, and we've been a fourth-quarter team. If we can get this touchdown here, Beasley, whoa, what a hit. First down on the 15-yard line. We get a touchdown here and keep them from scoring. Second half, I think we can wear them out. Yeah, that was a hit. But you know what? Hot sauce. He held on to the ball. Great catching and great job at holding the ball. That's one of those ones you worry about getting a concussion from. The officials are missing quite a few calls because there's a couple of calls in there where their offensive line have been holding our guys when Rodgers made big plays that weren't called. So it's just a poorly refereed game all the way around. All right, so minute 14 left, 2nd and 10 from the 15-yard line. We need to score and kill this clock. Well, 5 rings. I'm hoping that we end up coming back from this game, but you don't want to start in a 21-3 hole like we did. Yeah. For all those people that say that Dak Prescott is a dink and dunk quarterback and can't score quick, read between the lines. Let's see. Fell down or was he tripped? Jason. Okay. 3rd and 10. Really? That wasn't holding? This is ridiculous. Okay, 3rd and 10. Let's see what we got. I'm not worried. I'm glad to see that we ended up stopping on that last drive. But we need to get a touchdown right here. It should have been a flag, Angel. All right, get that play off. They didn't get it off. Ah! Oh, we got the timeout. Woo! Okay, 3rd and 10. If we at least get the field goal, great. Okay, 3rd and 10.
Well, the guys are hanging out in LA. What's coming up at halftime, Kurt?
All right. So how are you guys feeling while we're in this little break here? I agree. We need a touchdown, not a field goal. I'm glad to see that the defense came alive on that last drive because they gave us great field position. Hopefully they can carry that over to the second half. We get this touchdown, we can keep that momentum going, especially if we can kill the clock. These referees, they stink. Larry, they're picking the Super Bowl crew. I hope these guys aren't them because they've been missing calls both ways. We've had a couple games where we've been behind, not this far behind. We were down 14-0 against the 49ers. We were down against the Redskins until the last drive of the game. Oh! Witten almost had it. Damn. Okay. 4th down, kick the field goal. We're only 8 points down. Thomas got his fingers on it. Okay. Well, look at it this way. We got 2 scores, and we stopped them. Hopefully we can keep Aaron Rodgers from doing anything on this drive. And that's good. Okay. New game. Let me take a deep breath. Isaac, I'm like you. I've got this quasi feeling in my stomach. I think it might be that moldy-ass cheese that I had. Jobu dropped the cheese he was holding and grabbed the chicken wing. I think that's helped a little bit. No screen to Zeke. They're trying to get the ball to Dez to loosen up things and keep it to open up the middle. I think that the middle will be open for Zeke to run come the second half because of the work that they've been doing with Dez. If they don't double cover Dez, he's playing really, really well, and I can see him continuing to go to it. So as long as our defense can step up and stop Aaron Rodgers, we can catch up in this game and win it. But we got to have the defense has got to get a couple of stops. And I'm trying to understand this whole thing with Aaron Rodgers not buckling up his chin strap. I'm hoping that they can just knock the crap out of him and knock his helmet off him. But, we'll see. Well, if you look at, like, the Lions game last week, or the last game we played, where we scored 21 points first half, 21 points the second half, we can get the second. Yeah, good idea. Jobu, I'm going to borrow some of your rum. Don't worry, Jobu. We got a couple of bottles over there for you. Hopefully, that won't be bad to borrow some of Jobu's rum. Okay, 1 minute left into the half. Whew. I want him to lit. Okay. Gamma Ray, how you doing, man? He looks like an inbred farm boy. Well, you know what? We need to stop that farm boy because he's been doing it up. And we've been close. We've been close to getting him a couple of times, but he's just made some plays. And some of those passes he's made have been so close that we could have knocked him down. That one that literally went right between Sean Lee's arms. It's just amazing that we haven't gotten them. I think we're going to get a turnover here sooner or later. Sooner or later, they're going to get one. So we're getting more pressure. We're getting more pressure on him, which I'm glad to see. And he seems to be having to move around the pocket a whole lot more than he was earlier part of the game. And hopefully we can contain him and keep him from doing much. Yeah, I still don't understand why he wouldn't buckle up his chin strap.
Think we try and score if we stop them? We don't have any timeouts. Depends on how much time's left in there. We definitely would need to stop them the 2 plays. Let's see. Okay, his receivers are letting him down now. They're dropping some passes that they should catch. No buckle. Yeah. Look at that. That literally hit him in the helmet. Doink. That was pretty ugly. Okay, 3rd and 10. Come on, Black Sheep. Come on, Black Sheep. Get a turnover. Get a turnover, Black Sheep. Get a turnover. Come on. Come on, guys. Come on. Got him. That's my Black Sheep. That's sack number 1. All right. 3 and out. 3 and out. All right. That's my Black Sheep playing. Got him. All right. Now, the only bad thing is that we'll get the ball to start the second half. You know what? This is the playoffs. There's no tomorrow. You maybe try and get the punt block. What do you got to lose? I say you sell out and you try and block the punt. It's 13 seconds left in the half. What do you got to lose? Punt block. Go for it. Punt block. Punt block. Punt block. Go for it, guys. How's the game? There was 13 seconds, I thought, left. Okay. All right. We stopped the slaughter there because that was one of those things that when it starts happening, that momentum can just carry you on through. The Packers got a little bit nicked up in there between their secondary and their tackle, their left tackle, which I think is going to help the Cowboys. And the Cowboys seem to have gotten some momentum. The defense now has 2 stops in a row. The offense is beginning to move the ball. So take a deep breath. Go to the bathroom if you have to. Grab your chicken wings, your rum, because we've got a dog fight in front of us, guys. Nothing worthwhile is easy. And I'm proud that they didn't give up because it's one of those times where it's really easy to give up. But hopefully we got some momentum going. Hopefully we can get some stuff together. We've got to definitely do some adjustments in the half. The substitution on the defense, Aaron Rodgers is picking that apart. You got to basically pick the defensive lineman you want out there, and you've got to just go with that. We got to get some more pressure on Aaron Rodgers and keep him in the pocket because he's stepping outside and he's able to buy enough time to get somebody open. And we've definitely got to run the ball some more. The good thing is by hitting Dez, like I was saying, one of the keys to the game was going to be getting Dez deep, forcing that safety to have to double cover and get that extra man out of the box. So the Cowboys don't need to score real quickly. They need to control the clock now and just score. So if the defense can come out that first half, get that stop, and we get the ball, drive down the field, get a score, boom. All of a sudden, we're really back into it.
It could save your life.
Well, I got to tell you, Nick, actually, Dez getting deep is going to open up the running game and vice versa. Yeah, they're missing. It was hands and face to Claiborne. There are also a couple of holding penalties on big plays that Aaron Rodgers had, passing-wise, where they were holding left and right, and I can't believe they missed them. But they missed some. To be fair, they missed some on us. I mean, there was definitely a holding where we pulled literally the guy's jersey and his shoulder pads came out. So it's just a bad officiating crew all the way around. Jason Witten was definitely held on that last drive and should have been a holding penalty on them. Tell Joe Boo, hey, Joe Boo got his marching orders. He's got his rum. He's got his chicken wing. Once we got rid of the cheese that was in his hand and put the chicken wing in, we started turning it around. So hopefully we got it now. Part of the problem may also be because this team was off last week. You notice how when we had bye week games, the Cowboys started out slow before they kicked it into gear. And that may be what we saw in that first quarter the team just getting back into a groove, because we truly played better in the second half than the first half. Hopefully that'll translate through the rest of the game. But we've got some momentum going. We've been able to start moving the ball again, and the defense is beginning to step up. Philadelphia is celebrating wildly, yeah, since they can't win anything themselves. But as always, the Philadelphia Eagles, they're like Charlie Brown, because every time you think that you're going to have something, Lucy pulls the football away from you. You guys thought that you had Joe Montana the first 3 weeks of the season with Carson Wentz, Sylvania, and all that stuff, till the wheels fell off the motherfucker. So, yeah, Philly, if you guys are celebrating, that makes me feel better. Rob, I agree. We're just getting warmed up. I think, Sarah, we were a little rusty starting out, and we just started out slow. We're beginning to get it together now in the second half, and I think we'll be all right. Pass rush needs more sacks, yeah, but we finally got one there, and we've gotten 2 stops in a row. I feel – here's the thing. Maybe I'm naive. In the past, when we've had games that started out like that, I would have been, you know what, I just don't want to watch anymore. This is over. But I have yet to feel this season like we're out of anything ever. And that's the way I felt in this game. Now, had we not stopped them when it was up 21-3, gone down the score, then I probably would have said that, this game was over. But I feel real good at least that we got those 2 scores to get just 8 points down. And, yeah, holding right there on that play, on that big play right there. There's a couple of them that they've had holding penalties that weren't called. Francis, yeah, I bet there's some Romo fans, the Romosexuals out there that are kind of thinking, yeah, if Tony Romo was in there, we would have been doing better. But, Dak ran for that first down. Dak has been playing. You can't say that Dak has done anything wrong here in this game. We've had some dumb penalties that have really just kind of killed us, and the defense was having problems early part of the game. So Dak is doing fine. Zeke's doing fine. We just need to play our game and cut out the mistakes. Those 12 men on the field, 12 men in the huddle penalties were huge. Tell me something to make you feel better. The Dallas Cowboys get better as the game goes on. Basically, that offensive line usually wears out defenses, and that's why you've seen, like when we were down against the Redskins in the fourth quarter, we came back and won that one. We got down to San Francisco 14-0. We righted the ship and played better. You look at the Detroit Lions game, the game we didn't even need, where it was 21-21 and a half. They came out and blew doors the second half. So we're a better team in the second half. The fact that we went from 21-3 to 21-13, we have grabbed that momentum now. It's just a matter of holding on to it and carrying it on through. So hopefully that makes you feel better. Mr. Chips, I don't discriminate against anybody. If anybody wants to come in and say anything, I let them come in and say what they want to say. Just remember, back your stuff up, and if you're going to talk the talk, walk the walk. I'm with you, Shasad. Take a deep breath and relax. 916 Sand, I don't know shit. Buddy, the game is not over until the whistle blows. We've only played a half of football, so don't count your chickens before they hatch. What do I think about Mo Early? He hasn't played bad. He's had the one penalty. He's got a little bit of rust that's going on, which is to be expected. He hasn't played in all those weeks, but he's doing fine. We just need to just settle down, get a deep breath, and play our game. I think we just kind of got out of it early, and when things start happening in football, sometimes you start questioning what you're doing. They have to go back to what their assignments are, go back to the game plan, make some adjustments, and they will be fine. Right, and I agree. We need to keep playing like we were in the second quarter. I think they'll get it together and keep it going because they finally got some momentum and found some things that were working. They're getting more pressure, in that second quarter against Aaron Rodgers and making him feel a little bit more uncomfortable. And if we can continue to do that and step it up a little bit more without blitzing, they're going to make Aaron Rodgers get a pick here sooner or later. Well, Blooming Heights, we got 2 stops in a row there. So they're beginning to do it. A turnover or 2 would be great. Special teams are playing better. Malik, you're right. The penalties are hurting us, and that's what's stopping us. The offense, the Packers' defense hasn't really stopped the offense. It's our penalties and mistakes that have stopped us. So we can do what we need to do as long as we don't stop ourselves. Vanilla Coke, okay. Hater alert. Yeah, well, I think we're going to probably see a lot less subbing in this game. They'll probably start doing it by series instead of trying to do it first and second down. Dak and Zeke do look good, but, again, it's not just 2 players. It's a team sport, so we need everybody in there. Sean Lee, I'm sitting there trying to understand why Sean Lee is on all these wide receivers and running down deep, covering Bill, I'll be honest with you. But, it's the defense that they're playing. I hate COVID. Wow. Cowboys need a discipline coach? Okay. Dak excels. Yeah. Well, I agree with you on Dak, but we need to get Zeke the ball a lot more. We need to feed the beast. Burning Beard, I disagree with you on the pass rush. The pass rush has just been a little step late. Joe Boo's got a fresh refill because I stole Joe Boo's rum and gave him a new one. Gave him a fresh one, thank you. Nervous as fuck, bro. Hey, nothing to be nervous about. We go out, we execute the game plan because being nervous isn't going to change it. Tony Romo in us. Put Tony Romo as a pass rusher. Yeah, that'll work. Gamma, we good, baby. I agree with you, Dominique. We need to get Zeke the ball a lot more. Show the food. There's the food. I took care of the chili. I took care of my wings and the sliders. Joe Boo still has his wings and his veggies. And hopefully he'll have a victory wing. Where's the pass rush? Pass rush wasn't there the first quarter. They start stepping up the second quarter. I think you're going to see more in the second half. Yeah, I think the whole defense, David Irving and all, need to get rolling. Hopefully I won't have a heart attack from this game because this thing has been crazy. Joe Boo is a pass rusher. Well, he probably wouldn't be seen. I don't know if he can tackle Aaron Rodgers or not, but, yeah, well, I'm ready to put him in. Put me in, coach. What's wrong with the pass rush? The Packers' pass blocking is actually – they're a very good pass blocking team. They stink to high heaven as far as run blocking, but they're good at pass blocking. And part of it is, too, Aaron Rodgers, you notice how he'll kind of step up and fake and he'll step back. He is fantastic in moving around the pocket and creating a little bit more time. The defense is getting close to him, but you're playing with, as Stephen A. Smith would say, the bad man. So he helps create some more time in that pocket by the way he moves. What you have to do is you have to be very disciplined in your pass rush and keep your lanes. So that way there's not a place for him to step up. You've got to have the outside contained. You've got to have some pressure up the middle. And unfortunately, a lot of times the Cowboys have gotten pressure on the outside and the middle, but then on the left side, it hasn't been there. So he's been able to step over, create a little space, and hit a man open downfield. Dak and Dez are clutch. Well, we'll see. How are we doing, Fort Worth? Isaac? Get Joe Boo a refill. We need him good and outspoken for the win. Well, he's getting there. Yeah, we definitely need TDs instead of field goals. But as long as we're holding onto the ball and eating up the clock, we got to make sure we keep scoring. We want touchdowns, but we got to keep the ball away from Aaron Rodgers. Sarah, football is a crazy sport, and no matter what you do, it's unpredictable, and it's going to keep you on the edge of your seat and just about give you a heart attack.
better offensive play calls, that would help. Matt, I'm with you. My heart is thumping real heavy as well. And we're about to get to the second half. We got 30 minutes to save a season. 30 minutes is a long time in football, but we definitely have to be the second half team that we have been. And we need to start out by getting a stop right away. Oh, boy. Here we go, guys. I will see you after the game.